10 Best Practice to be a good wife. No matter how sweet and warm when dating, when it comes to marriage, the two sides have different ideas. Because being a good girlfriend does not necessarily mean she is a good wife in a man's mind. Therefore, if your boyfriend has not talked about marriage for a long time, he has hesitated getting married with you. Could it be that he still doesn't think you can become a wife? What exactly needs to be done to meet the requirements of a man's goal and a good wife? Last time we talked about how to become a good husband. Today, let me tell you how to become a perfect wife. 1. Do not shop like a shopaholic. Know how to spend in a good way. When single, many girls also spend money on themselves. Of course, they can buy whatever they like. With the work so painful, how can we not coax ourselves? But after marriage, it is different. To maintain a family absolutely requires financial ability, coupled with increasing expenses. Therefore, it is necessary to have a good financial management concept to be a good housekeeper. Otherwise, it has always been a shopaholic. How can you take good care of your family? How can you be a good wife? 2. Don't like to play. Family should be the top priority. Being a good girlfriend, a playful personality can bring fun to the other half, and there will always be new ideas so that both parties will not be bored. Although the marriage life must maintain this kind of little taste, otherwise it is easy to lack of fireworks and marriage crisis. But if you love to play too much, it may not be a good wife's performance to ignore the family. Because marriage is a relationship between two families, not just two people, we must understand that family is the most important thing. 3. No longer a princess. Know how to take care. When in love, you can be a little princess who is loved by thousands and is spoiled by the family. But after getting married, you can no longer be a princess. It's not that your husband can't continue to spoil yourself, but that you have to learn to take care of yourself and your family. If you don't even understand the most basic life skills, how can you rest assured to marry you? 4. Don't lose your temper. Learn patience. Living together after marriage is most prone to different frictions, and having sex has become commonplace. Therefore, if you don't understand tolerance and only know how to lose your temper, it will easily lead to family disharmony, and gradually both parties will become sick. And after marriage, you really grow up, and sometimes you have to know how to control your emotions, so that you can live in harmony for a lifetime. 5. Learn to do housework, at least have basic skills. I used to be a princess at home, and my parents have already cooked what they want to eat like you. But if you move out and live, meals are taken out for no reason. Even if you ignore your expenses, it's not good for your health. Therefore, a girl who knows how to cook is definitely a bonus, and it is also a basic condition for a good wife. At least it can make her husband miss your craft and often go home for dinner and increase feelings. Housework is also an inevitable condition of marriage. To handle a family well, both parties must know how to contribute. 6. It is better to listen than to speak. Marriage is different from dating, and it is definitely a big challenge to go together for a lifetime. If we want good marriage, the couple is not in agreement, it is easy to disagree. Coupled with the fact that a lifetime is too long, there is always the possibility of unexpected situations, which require everyone to face and solve together. But if you have a black face for a long time, you will put up a protective film on small things and don't want to listen. This will only shut out the other half and become less and less communicating. No matter what happens, the other party will not want to tell you. 7. Only by knowing gentleness and respect can you be trusted by your partner. Most people also want their significant other to be gentle and understand themselves. At least they can rely on it when anything happens. Therefore, don't always reason with your partner. The other person will only think that you ignore your mood and get angry. 8. Try your best to manage your marriage. Marriage is like a potted plant. left alone somewhere, it may live strong. But over time, it will always be depleted without water and fertilizer. Marriage needs to be managed, and the women and men in the marriage have to grow up, and they need to constantly face the trials of the storms in life. 9. Understand well what your husband needs. A virtuous wife is not necessarily a good wife in a man's mind. There has never been a specific definition of a good wife, but if you want to be a good wife, please throw away the two things of a man: captivity and dependence. After Lu Mei got married, she gave up her job and devoted herself to the family. She will make soup for her husband every day, make new dishes in different ways, and iron every piece of clothes he will wear tomorrow. What's even more exaggerated is that she would call and ask if her husband came home a few minutes late and was worried about whether he had an accident. His cough would cause her to panic, asking if she was uncomfortable or sick. Her meticulous care did not move her husband. On the contrary, he felt that she was troublesome and bored with her. The woman who used to be glamorous and beautiful has now become a bird around her husband, chirping, and her voice is disturbing. This example shows us you must understand your husband's need before taking action to him. 10. You need to be independent most of the time. Every marriage is like a house. No one knows how much warmth and scenery there are in the house, let alone whether the man and woman in the house are still in love. Unlike Lu Mei, her good friend Zhang Tong has always opposed her excessive contribution to the family. Zhang Tong believes that an individual is more important than a family. If you fail to live well, don't talk about taking good care of your family. No one is an accessory of another. A woman is also an independent individual. During her marriage, Zhang Tong always felt that she was an independent woman. She did not need financial assistance from her husband. She had her own business and therefore had her own confidence. She can say no to her husband, because the only thing that keeps them together is love, and she has the strength to live a good life without him.